asked for it. Here it is. It's a podcast from Apathetic Enthusiasm.
In this episode, we actually didn't talk about what we were going to talk about before this episode. So, I mean, it could be anything. It's Apathetic Enthusiasm. Right, Brandon? It could be anything.
It could be just about anything. I have all the things I want to talk about. I put them in the show. I'm surprised you didn't see.
I have the show notes open. I have edited them. Did I delete all the things you want to talk about?
I'm surprised you haven't seen all of the stuff that I wrote in the show notes.
All right, here's the deal. I welcome to Apathetic Enthusiasm, the show where me and Brandon talk for an hour. So we have been doing something, and I think we've talked about it on the podcast. For our fantasy football league, we have been recording a Swiffle Southwest Football League exclusive mini podcast just for our fantasy football league. Yes, that's the level of nerds you get with this podcast. So, in our group chat on our league Facebook page, Brandon keeps talking about me putting stuff in the show notes for that podcast when we do like zero prep for the podcast. We literally open up what the fantasy scores are right before we start, and then we start talking. I now feel like I'm going to miss something when we record that later because you've been like, put it in the show notes, Travis, and you tag me. You tag my freaking account. And then I'm like, there's no notes. There are no notes. And for a guy that never does show notes in any of our other podcasts, I'm interested in what you have to say this week. How you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing pretty good, Travis. By the way, everybody, I'm Brandon. That is Travis, the guy who is suspiciously absent on the show notes for this week. For this,
maybe we're operating off two sets of notes. This should be very interesting.
Yeah, he likes to talk a big game about how many show notes he writes. But let me tell you,
so many notes.
I haven't seen a single show note from Travis this week. Meanwhile, in the Facebook Swiffle Boys group, I'm like, man, that's cream of the crop content. Put in the show notes, right?
Note it up.
And you're like, Brandon, I don't do show notes. I don't. And I'm like, no, dude, you do. Come on, just at least this one time.
Right. I've done so many notes. I have so many. We need to wrap up this podcast so we can get over to Swiffle Boys. It's really the reality of it.
Well, to our private Facebook group over at Swiffle, and
if you are new here, you can actually follow us a number of ways. You can go to Facebook if that's still a platform you choose to utilize. Facebook.com/Apathetic Enthusiasm Show. You can go to email us at apatheticenthusiasmshow@gmail.com. Instagram is apathetic_enthusiasm, and our website, apatheticenthusiasm.com. You can watch video versions of the podcast. Figure out what Brandon is chewing by going to youtube.com/apathetic enthusiasm.
Know what I'm.
Oh, we know what it is. Or you can you can support the show financially by going to our patreon.com/apathetic enthusiasm. A huge thanks to everybody over on Patreon for all your support. And that's it. That's the show. Brandon, I have to know, it's driving me crazy. What's the first topic that you have in your show notes?
What is the first topic I have in my show notes? It's really just asking you, Travis, how you're doing. That's every show note that I have. It's
got it.
Ask co-host what they are doing and how they are doing.
Deflect attention to other podcast hosts. That's the secret to your success.
But if you want me to start, it's the top of the third. Dodgers are up 1-0.
Oh man, I hope they lose. All right, so how am I doing? I'm doing good. It's Monday. It's Monday night. We always record on Mondays for the most part, and just recovering from a long weekend. I was actually busy, like all
Really?
weekend, which
You're never busy.
I try not to be too busy. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's jam packed. So much to do, so much to see.
Well, tell me about that. What made you so busy this weekend compared to all of the other weekends that you're not busy?
Well, obviously Lorcana, which that I do all the time, but
Does
it's
it count? Does Lorcana count as busy anymore?
it's just
it's a
part
real
of
life.
who I am. It's part of who I am. It is tournament weekend. I did not fly to Milwaukee for the Disney Lorcana Challenge, which was a almost 2,000 player event that took place out there.
Hosted by Alice Cooper.
Yep, Miliwake, as the Native Americans used to say. Funny story, actually. That movie that you're referencing, Wayne's World, after I went and played Lorcana, and we'll circle back to this in a bit, we went to a Halloween party. And the invitation said, Halloween party, come, bring some food maybe. Costumes optional if you're lame. So I didn't want to be lame, but I also didn't want to buy a full costume. So I still had a black mullet wig and Wayne's World hat from when I dressed up as Wayne from Wayne's World like 10 years ago. So, and then Sheena went as Garth, and we were Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World again. And it was great. Yeah, it's a real solid costume. Because then I just had to wear black t-shirt and jeans, and go swing.
Yeah. So easy. Yeah, it's a low hanging fruit of costumes, really.
Yeah, and then you just kind of push the hair back every so often. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. No, I know how that goes. I just go as Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel.
That doesn't count. You're always going as that. Yeah. I find it funny because, like, I don't go to a ton of parties. I'm not cool. I'm not hip to the scene. But when I do, you go to parties, you meet new people, you're introduced to new people, and at a Halloween party, you're meeting people for the first time, and neither of you look like what you normally look like. Like, there was probably a house full of people there that had no idea I was completely lacking in hair. I was 100% follically challenged. They just saw these long, luscious locks of jet black hair and were like, party on, Wayne.
Party on, Wayne. Man, Is that your real hair? Well, it's kind of a similar story. I went to a Halloween party, and I went as a Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs when he tucks his penis between his legs. So people were like, "Oh, are you a girl?" I'm like, "Do I look sexy? Do I turn you on?"
Yeah.
So
it puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again. That's an interesting choice for a costume, especially a middle school Halloween costume that you were chaperoning.
I was chaperoning the dance. The middle school dance. Like, sir, you can't. Like, you said I could wear whatever I wanted to wear.
Oh, that's awful. That's just terrible.
Now 50 feet away. Yeah. Is what the judge said.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, like, parties when you're over 40 is really just like an excuse to go eat food, maybe have some beverages, and just have conversations with people that you're loosely acquainted with.
Yeah, that you barely want to be acquainted with at all, ever.
Except for our mutual friend Ryan, who was there because he is next door neighbor to the person that's hosting the party.
I love
Ryan. I basically just got to hang out with Ryan for a whole night. So it was top tier party. It was great.
But sometimes when you don't know anybody there. So Saturday, Dexter had a party at his friend's house. The adults were there, kind of hanging out too. But it was like a pumpkin carving party. So Dexter went. Originally, I was gonna go, but part of my story is what I did the night before. So I was like, I'm too tired. So I didn't go. Chelsea dropped him off. Then she went to go pick him up because he hadn't responded to the text, and so she's like, okay, it's 7.
He's
go pick him up.
probably dead.
Which it's funny. It's like always the first thought.
You know how these pumpkin carving parties get.
He probably stabbed the pumpkin, and when he pulled the knife out, like it went right across his wrist, and he was just splurting all over the place. And he can't text me because he's dying. He's dying right now.
And none of the adults there thought to call.
Yeah. And they take his phone and like put it right in front of his face to unlock it.
Because nobody knows phone numbers anymore.
It's kind of true, but so anyway, so she goes to pick him up, and they're like, "Oh, hi." Oh, she's like, "I'm Dexter's mom. Oh, come on in. You want some cake? Do you want to hang out?" Yeah. And so she's like, "Yeah, sure." She's already feeling kind of uncomfortable. She's like, "No, I'll just hang out." And so the people that she was talking to, like, and I say talking to very, very loosely, Chelsea sat down, and then everybody else walked away and left her alone in the living room. So Chelsea is feeling very, very uncomfortable by herself in this house, nobody talking to her. She's like, "Okay, Dexter, you ready to go?" He's like, "I don't want to go." Like, "Yeah, well, if you felt like I felt right now, you would want to leave."
You would leave if you were in my position. Yeah.
And so they all left. I did not go, and thank goodness I did not. But I did. The next day, there's another party. There was another party that Dexter had.
All you guys do is party all the time.
Party all the time.
Party all the time.
What I did the next day was Dexter had a birthday party. It wasn't for his birthday, but one of his friends. It was at the ice skating rink. Travis, when was the last time you've gone ice skating?
Confident that it's within the last 5 years because it was in this state.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it probably less over 3 years ago, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's much more recent than mine, which I think I went ice skating once when I was like 15 or 16.
That's like at least 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know. At least 10 years ago. So originally I wasn't gonna ice skate. And I was just gonna let Dexter do his thing, watch him struggle. And because he's never been before, he's basically never even done roller skating, really. Like he's okay with rollerblading a little bit.
Yeah.
But definitely not ice skating. Definitely his first time. And so I had hung out with my dad a little bit earlier. We went to go get Mexican restaurant, had some menudo and some margaritas, and then he was like I gotta go take Dexter to this ice skating rink. He's like, okay. So he was driving me. He dropped me back off at the house, and then I was like, okay, love you, Dad. See you later. And so we start driving, and his house is on the way to the ice skating rink. So he's like kind of in front of us. He pulls into the ice skating rink parking lot. And funny old dad, funny old man. And then Dexter and I get out, and then go inside the building. Sure enough, my dad is there, waiting for us. Like, okay, all right. So this happened. That's cool. He wants to hang out. Like, because I was just gonna be hanging out by myself basically while Dexter did his thing.
Yeah. Why not get some margaritas at the ice skating rink and keep this party going?
You're not entirely incorrect. So, so, all right. If anybody's listening, I want you to know this is not my MO. All right. Stealing is not what I do.
Oh, what?
Bear with me, Travis. Bear with me. Stealing is not what I do. So Dexter goes up and he's got a sticker that says he's part of this party. And then he's like, they like, what size skate do you wear? He's like, I wear this size shoe. Like, okay, they gave them to him, and I'm just like, there, I'm about to put some help Dexter put the skates on, and my dad, who does not have a sticker, that's not paid for his skates, goes up to the table and is like, yeah, let me grab size 9. And they're like, okay. They grab the size 9 skates and they hand them to my dad. I'm like, all right, well, okay. Good for you. Good for you, Dad. So while I'm still putting the skates on Dexter, my dad goes out to ice skate and he's like, yeah, I've ice skated before. I know how to do this.
Triple axles, the huge.
And so he goes and I guess he does like 1 or 2 rounds around the rink. And he's like, yeah, I don't need to do that anymore. I'm gonna fall, and then this will be the first hip I break. So no, I'm not doing that anymore. Dexter starts skating a little bit. He's like, here, take the skates and go get your own. so I'm like, I don't know. It's already the damage is already done.
The toothpaste is out of the tube at this point.
Dude, yeah. I'm complicit in this. So I
tell that to the feds. Tell that to ICE when they come looking for you.
We're looking for an ice skating ring. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take 10.5. I actually need 10.5. They're like, oh yeah, we don't do halves. Like, you want to do 10 or 11? Like, okay, I'll do the 11. Then they hand me the 11s. Like, all right, well, let me do this. Let me see if I eat shit as karma for what's happening next. I did not. I was like, I'm pretty good at this, surprisingly. And so then I'm skating around and like passing up Dexter, who has like the little walker, the little ice walker.
You're like doing the hockey stop and like spraying ice into your son's face and being like, catch up, nerd.
Come on, scrub. Put the walker away, baby. Stuff like that, like body checking him into the glass. And then
we do not condone this type of parenting, by the way. This is purely a bit for comedy.
And then my dad is just like waiting, like, where like the hockey players are on the side in a little booth, whatever.
Yeah, the penalty box.
The penalty box, yeah. And so
that's where they put him for stealing ice skates.
So I'm just like kind of talking to him, and this with ice skating, they have like these like little like carts that you can put on the ice. Some of them look like seals. Some of them look like reindeer. He's like, hey, push me on one of those. I'm like, Dad, you don't even have any skates on. He's like, that doesn't matter. I'm like, go grab one. I'm like, all right. So I grab a seal, and then he gets on it, and I start my dad's like videotaping as like I'm like pushing him on the ice skates as the seal at the ice skating rink. I'm like, man.
Who invited the cruises? Who invited 3 generations of cruises to the ice rink party?
What a day! What a day! And then I try not to embarrass Dexter, but then
but it is in your nature, right?
No, I didn't do it.
Okay.
But Dexter was hanging out with one of his friends. He's got a lot of friends who are girls, and so one girl like skated. He's like, "Hey, do you know Dexter?" Like, yeah. Yeah, he's a pretty cool kid, huh? And she's like, yeah, he's come to my party. And he's like, oh yeah, no, he's really great. He's a really cool kid. Dexter came over, like, hey Dexter, do you like her? Like, no, fuck her. Forget about it. Forget
I said anything. Keep skating.
Like, Dad, you're gonna. Anyways, so that was my day yesterday.
That's great. That's very good. I spent a lot. So I did go play Lorcon on Saturday. It was a Synth Champs. I have talked for years on this podcast about my always a bridesmaid, never a bride, always, you know, trying to get better at the game, trying to compete well. I strategically picked a weekend when all the really good players in the area would have flown to Milwaukee to play in the big tournament. So I was like, yeah, I definitely have to play this weekend. And wouldn't you know it, after like 5 hours or something, I came out on top, and I won my first championship. I have to show off my trophy.
Congratulations, man. That's huge.
There's no trophy, by the way.
Well, I mean, the playmat is a trophy.
Yeah. Anyway. So this is what I won. This big.
Oh, yeah. So for those who are watching not watching the video, when you're playing Lorcana, there's like a big playmat. It looks like a gigantic mouse pad.
Huge mouse pad.
But it's got the dragon from that one movie about the dragon, Maleficent.
You got the name right. Very good. You don't know what movie Maleficent is from, though?
Yeah. Pocahontas, I believe, is The Colors of the Wind. Like, she fights Maleficent with the colors of the wind and like the leaves, and they like cut the dragon's neck off.
Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it, Brandon. So Sleeping Beauty is the movie that Maleficent is from. Anyway, winners get a playmat that says champion on it. These are pretty exclusive. You can only get them by winning a set championship. And I've never gotten one. Caleb has like 3 of them now or something. He's won several. But this Maleficent one was one that I was really hoping to get. I really liked the design of it. I thought it looked really cool. Yeah. And so I was grinding. I'd be grinding these last couple months trying to be competitive enough to get one.
It's really cool. So the picture I saw of it when you did win, you're like, oh, I got this, by the way. It looks better as you watch it move, because it does have that kind of like glitter for
foiling.
Yes, there you go.
So here's the interesting thing is the official playmats do not have that foiling. Like that is a perk because of where I won it and how I happen to win it. There is a lady in my area who does custom foiling on playmats, and she charges people, and so she has actually like scanned the playmats and then like maps out where to put the foil on them, and then uses like a Cricut or something to cut out the pieces, and then like heat presses them onto the playmats to do custom foiling. So most
it's not an official. It's an official playmat, but the foiling is not the official.
It's 100% a custom job on an official playmat. And when I won, because the guy that was running this tournament is actually a person that eliminated me a couple of weeks ago in a tournament and went on to win the whole thing, right? So he won the playmat, and then his friend, this other lady, went and foiled it for him, and like they posted about it. She has like an Etsy shop and stuff where she does it for other people. So it was already foiled and done, and they had it there. And so when I won, he was like, "Well, do you want the foil or non-foil one?" And I was like, I thought about it for a minute, and I was like, give me that foil one. It looks sick. Like, so yeah, so now he got the other one, and she's just gonna foil a second one for him, and I'm like, sweet, free foiling on my playmat. So because I do think it looks really good, the addition of the foiling on it as well. And
how much? I do have 2 thoughts. First thought is, how much does that cost on her Etsy?
If you were to just buy like the playmat outright, I think she's charging upwards of like $60, or something like that. I don't know, like maybe more. If you provide a playmat and she just adds the foiling to it, maybe it's like 40 or 50, but then if you're also buying the playmat, then it's like 80, I think, or something like that. So
the second question is, how soon before Disney and Ravenscroft Games just starts doing that? Ravensburger, that they just start doing it because that is bitchin' to have like
they already have foiled playmats, but they are almost always exclusive to like special tournaments or stuff like that. So the first year of the big Disney Lorcana Challenge tournaments, the big 2,000 player tournaments, one of the really hard things you could get as a prize was a foil playmat of the Cinderella as like a knight, and then there was like all this foiling around it, and like so the armor shined and stuff, and there was kind of glitter, like all around it and stuff like that. This year, competitors in the top 16, I believe, get a Elsa playmat that has foil all over it, so like the snow and ice and stuff is all foiled. So those the value is up there because of the exclusivity of it. Mm-hmm. You can also get foiled playmats of Simba and Mulan if you earn enough prize tickets over the weekend. So
those are both from Pocahontas, I believe.
Yeah, all of the things I've mentioned are from Pocahontas. You're correct.
Colors of the Wind.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, Pocahontas is coming to Lorcana in an upcoming set. One of the few properties not yet featured in Disney Lorcana.
Interesting. Yeah. That's strange. I thought Pocahontas was in there already, or like some characters from Pocahontas at least.
Not yet.
John Smith, generic white guy who gave everyone
smallpox.
Smallpox and syphilis. All of the main characters of the movie Pocahontas.
Yeah. To which you are very familiar.
Eradicating an entire race of people.
We'll move on from Lorcana very shortly, I assure you. There's a new set coming out in about 2 weeks. They've been doing all the reveals for the new cards. A lot of popular characters returning. But excitement because they were adding characters from the Disney 90s TV animated series Gargoyles. I don't know if you ever watched this show or are familiar with it.
I wasn't a big fan of Gargoyles. No.
I never got into it, but some of the artwork looks really cool. They were adding characters from the Black Cauldron, which was a huge flop in the early 80s. But some really cool artwork. I've tried to go back and rewatch Black Cauldron. The movie is so slow and it's really hard to get through. But the artwork of these cards, like some really great looking cards. And then as like a secret, they put in Easter eggs throughout the reveal season of the new cards, where they had all these extra letters, and the letters, I think, spelled out Sleepy Hollow or Headless Horseman or something like that. And characters from Ichabod and Mr. Toad, no Mr. Toad, just the Headless Horseman storyline from that movie are all coming. So there's like some Headless Horseman cards, some Ichabod Crane cards, all that stuff.
What other properties have they not come out with? I'm gonna list a few, and you tell me if there are representations for these properties. Okay? Mary Poppins.
No, live action movie.
Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
No, also a live action movie.
But it's got animation in it.
It both do have animation in it, but are primarily live action films.
But it has animation in it. So as long as it has animation, right? Like Dr. Dolittle, I'm not going to say that. All right, because that's that's all. Okay. Let's see. Marsupilami.
Not a Disney movie?
It's not a Disney movie, but it's a show. It was a Disney show. It was on K-Cal.
Yeah, no, not that one.
What about Bonkers? Was Bonkers? Actually, I don't know if Bonkers was a. Okay.
I do think Bonkers was technically maybe Disney, but no Bonkers. We do have a lot of DuckTales. Mm-hmm. There is a lot of Tailspin and Rescue Rangers.
Yeah.
Now we have Gargoyles and
Gummy Bears. Do you have Gummy Bears?
Bouncing here and there and everywhere. We don't. Not yet. But Darkwing Duck is coming in the next set after
That's
this
good.
one. So
I might actually play now with Darkwing Duck coming
No,
out.
you won't. Stop it. You
That was
don't
my
lie.
Darkwing Duck was my jam, man. Gizmo Duck. I just loved how Gizmo Duck went from DuckTales to Darkwing Duck, and I loved Darkwing Duck was like, okay, this is the Batman show I want, but it's still kids enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
there is a Gizmo Duck card already based on DuckTales.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, because then Launchpad goes to Darkwing Duck too. Like there's continuity there. I love that. I love the continuity of the
Have
Darkwing.
you watched the new DuckTales at all?
Not a whole lot. A couple episodes.
There were some weird cards coming out in this set that I was like, I need to maybe check out this show a little bit. It's all right. It's not my favorite, but there are some moments in the show where I'm like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's a little bit. They lean a little bit more into the might solve a mystery part, you know, or rewrite history.
Yeah. I'm not gonna quote the rest of the song. I just want to give you an update, Travis. It's 3-2. Blue Jays lead the Dodgers at the top of the fourth.
Let's go. And checking in on the more important score, it is still 40-47 in me and James's face-off in fantasy football. So,
good.
I refreshed the page and all of a sudden it was like 73-70, and I was like, "What happened?" But I just happened to go to Bob's team and refresh. Yeah. So, just gotta hang in there for 30 more minutes of game time. But as it goes, my win probability percentage continues to tick upward. All right. So, yes, I played Lorcana. I went to a Halloween party, and but let's talk a little bit about live music. Let's talk about seeing some concerts, some bands. You messaged me that you were. I couldn't really tell what was going on in the picture. You're just like, I'm at a concert. You told me what the concert is, but I'm trying to not steal your thunder.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's Thunder. Thunder Up. A lot of people don't know.
Let's see if they're winning.
A lot of people don't know the band Viagra Boys.
What?
And a lot of people
still don't know who they are.
And a lot of people might also like Viagra Boys. They're a strange band. But I just love they're punk rock, but in a way that's like they're doing their own thing. It's not like MXPX or Millencolin or Blank or Bad Religion, like that driving punk. It's like this very, like they've got saxophone, they've got synthesizer, they've got stuff. They're from Sweden. The lead singer is actually American, but when he was a kid, he moved to Sweden, and so they're fucking weird, and I love them so much. And so the first time I saw them was last year at this little music festival called No Values. It was in Pomona, California, and they have a bunch of old school punk bands. They had the Misfits, Descendants. They had Suicidal Tendencies there. At night, I had found Viagra Boys just on Spotify randomly. This song Troglodyte. I'm like, this song is so good. And so I listened to the album. And I'm like, I really, really like this. I would like to see them while they're at that No Values. And In the Pit was like it was like the first time I'd been in a pit, maybe my whole life, that I'm like, I'm having so much fun right now getting the shit beat out of me. I'm enjoying it so much. It was such a great experience. I found out they were playing here down at the Shrine, which is by USC. Okay, I want to go check him out again. So that was on Friday night. Before we went, it was game 1 of the World Series, Dodgers Blue Jays, and my buddy, who's my concert buddy, Justin, he was like, "Yeah, man, that's game 1 of the World Series." I'm like, I already bought the tickets, motherfucker. Like we're going, man. We're going. He's like, all right, we'll make a deal. We'll go to a bar. We'll go to a sports bar, watch the game, and then we'll go to the concert. I'm like, okay, got it. So this is also the very, very first time in ever that I've gone to a sports bar for a team that I wanted to watch play, and
not just because you're like, I'll drink while you watch sports.
And like in a bar full of people that are watching the same team, wanting that team to win. Because like in Oklahoma, Arkansas, everywhere I've been, if you go to like Fox and Hound or some sports bar, there's always going to be some people who are like, they're there to see somebody else.
By the way, Fox and Hound, not yet featured in Lorcana cards. I don't.
I was about that.
Yeah.
Neither is Bray Bear. And so, like the Patriots fans for a long time, like you would go to any bar in basically any of the states, and it'd be like there would be a section just completely dedicated to Patriots fans, and it's like, and I'm like the lone Dolphins fan, like, oh well, and they're like, yeah, shots for everybody,
except the guy in the Dolphins jacket.
Get it, kill him. I'm surprised I survived those days. So, like being in a Dodgers bar in downtown LA, it's a USC bar because it's like right across from USC. I was like, oh shit, this is a sea of blue. This is cool. This is kind of cool to be around all these people.
I mean, it also helps that both teams wear blue.
It does.
It's easier to blend in.
It's a score update, 4-2, Blue Jays.
I'm so sorry.
I'm telling this story about
and
going.
By that I mean I'm not. I'm so happy about this.
I'm going to I'm telling a story about being in a bar in LA watching a Dodgers game, and the Dodgers are losing right now. So this is why I don't follow sports.
Did they win? But they won the night you guys went to the concert, right?
No, they definitely did not. Yeah, they definitely lost that. Yeah. But I won because I went to that concert that night. And let me tell you, it was still fun. What I've learned about my, I didn't spend that much time at concerts and going in pits and stuff like that because I just didn't have anybody that would do that with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like early on in my teenage years, joining the Air Force, I had friends that were punk rock, and they would go into the pit, and so we'd all do that together, right? Between like 2003 and 2023, those people were not in my life. So
what he's telling you is I would never went in a mosh pit with him. That never happened.
Right.
I mean, he didn't invite me to a lot of mosh pits, but
I did. To be fair, I did not. The closest we did was at the Adult Swim Fest for the Rick and Morty, and even that was like way in the back.
Yeah, that was like, you mean like the Adult Swim Fest, the very first one. Yeah. No, that was
did the thing.
Yeah, no, we didn't. Yeah.
No.
As someone that is over 40, and I mean this in no way, no offense to you and your mosh pit tendencies. I don't know if that's for me anymore.
Was it for you before?
I mean, I've been not in like a real like hard like let's just beat each other's faces mosh pit, but I mean I've definitely been in some the front near the stage of some live shows. So I've done some crowd surfing. I've been that. I crowd surfed at an Offspring concert. I mean,
when I say mosh pit, like I'm not the guy who's like like just doing like the shit kicking stuff. Like I'm just
I punch my microphone. Yeah.
Like I'm just trying. I'm making my way to the front, trying to get to the railing up front, just so I can see the band up close. And
I've definitely like Warped Tours and stuff way back in the day. Yeah, I've definitely been that guy.
Yeah, and so what I've started learning is the culture of the pit, of like trying to get ahead, and how pissed off everyone gets at each other, because everyone is vying for that like rail spot, and some people are like, they're just like trying to get past you, and they're like, huh, and they're putting their elbow on your chest, like trying to move you backwards. I had this. I'm a small guy. I'm not very big. So I'm basically, I'm not on the rail, but I'm like behind the people who are up in the rail. This guy and this girl right in front of me, and like he is basically like trying to keep him and her there. And I'm at this point, so I'm like, I got to where I need to be. I'm like, I'm good here, right? I'll stay here. I'm not trying to get in front of him.
Yeah.
There was a woman to the left of me. She was about 2 feet shorter. Maybe not 2 feet, but she was much shorter. But she was like trying, like, because she's short, she's like trying to like fish her way in front of me, and I'm like, no, thank you. So like I'm like, elbow, elbow out. Like, oh, I'll listen to music. Oh, this is fun. Ah, ta, 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 ta. And then the music stops. There's the song ends, and she's like, "Excuse me, your elbow's in my boob." Like, okay, sorry, you can move. like here, sorry. I'm gonna move my elbow lower than your boob, but it's still gonna be there.
Just rest it on my elbow.
You are not getting in where I am. And on the other side, there was this tall dude. The music started again. Tall dude, and he's like, because he's fucking tall. He's like resting his arm on my shoulder, and I'm like, ha 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 ha. Yeah, get off, man. He's like, hey, yo, chill, man, chill. Like, get your fucking arm off me. Yeah. I'm not your armrest. Anyways, it's fun. It's fun.
You explain it in such a way that seems so much fun.
It's a strange competition to be like, I want to enjoy where I'm at. Just stop pushing me.
I always find those like videos where it's like an open like festival or something, and the race where people, like, from the time they open the gates, like a foot race to get to the rail, and then some dude like is standing there and he like puts his elbows out, spreads his legs super wide to just try and like take up as much space as possible in like that front center stage location, as everybody else is kind of doing the same, fanning out from whatever dude somehow mustered whatever like track energy that he had from 8th grade to get down there and get a spot. Even though it's like 6 hours before the band he wants to see is going to be on. They're like, I'm just going to be here. This is it.
Just gonna be here.
This is my choice.
There's in those open festivals, there's a strategy for like, oh, that band is leaving. The band I want to see is coming up in a couple bands from now. I will start moving my way as other people leave, like there's a little strategy.
It's essentially our convention panel strategy. There's a panel we want to see in 2 hours. Let's go to the Phineas and Ferb panel and start moving our way up. Yeah,
just with more bruising.
Sure. Yeah, more sweat, bo. Well, maybe not. All right, maybe it's about comparable. I go ahead. No.
I have a couple more things about music, but I've talked enough. You
well,
go ahead.
so in a rare crossover of activities, I also went out and enjoyed some live music this weekend, which I didn't fully know whether or not it was going to happen. Very different scene than you experienced. A friend of ours from way back in the day, 20 years ago. You remember Jenna Davis?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
So she's back in town. She had lived out in Nashville for a while, and now she's back here. But she was doing kind of like not really an open mic night, but more of like just they opened up a coffee shop to do like acoustic sessions.
Mm-hmm.
And so she let us know that she was playing. And Allie was really excited to go check it out too. And so we're like, yeah, let's go out and hang out and see some live music. Unfortunately, it started at 6. and none of us knew that she was going on first.
Oh.
So we got there like at like 6:10, missed probably her first 2 songs. Not super long sets for anybody, so we got to hear her play a few songs. But then they had like saved us like some seats right up in the front too. So like we like kind of like, like shoving our elbows into people's chests and stuff. Not at all. Not at all. We just walked up to the front and sat down.
She was like, "Get your elbow off my boob."
Like, that's where I keep it. All right. So watched her couple songs, and then stayed for like the rest of the artists, and it was just a bunch of like guys coming up, and sometimes it'd be somebody solo, sometimes it'd be like a trio. At one point they brought up this like old dude with a trumpet that was like playing with it was somebody on keys, somebody on bass, and somebody on drums, and he just started, and they were just like riffing like some jazz. Basically, jazz was not the theme of the evening, but they're like, yeah, bring your trumpet up here, let's go for it.
Nice.
That dude
that's
aimed
cool.
that trumpet right in my face too. He was just but
Looking at
yeah, it
you.
was summertime. But yeah, so it was it was just yeah, wow, wow. Whatever the plunger thing is that they put on there. You probably know the musical term. But
Plunger.
anyway, I don't get out to see bands a ton anymore, unfortunately. And it was just like a fun experience to see all these people I'd never seen, heard of, knew anything about, minus the one friend that we went to see, of course. Just playing some really good music. A lot of them playing original songs, some of them doing covers. And I was just like, man, these guys are all so good. They're all so talented. It's amazing and like none of these people are like really well-known artists. Like some of them, have some stuff out on Spotify that's getting some traction, but like they're really talented. They're really good at music, and I was just like, it's so cool to think about, what people, when they apply themselves, when they put in effort, like a lot of it's behind the scenes, and then all of a sudden, they win the set champs and get that playmat. No, it's just so cool, like to see people who are really talented at different things, like sharing their art and I don't know. There's a point where it's just like being. There's a lot of crap about being humans, right? We get a lot of things wrong, but art is one of those things that's super fun to like enjoy, and just like people doing their thing, and like there's no other reason for it other than just to express yourself and share your passion with other people and have other people appreciate it. Like it's really cool.
Yeah, the art is it's perfect imperfections. Like art is made by humans. We're not perfect. And so people putting themselves out there for open mic nights, these little acoustic nights, the things like I want to do too, it's like, yeah, just I'm not looking to make money off of any of the music that I make, the half-ass music I make. Some people don't expect that either, but they're still doing it because it's something they enjoy, and they're expressing something about themselves that we have this podcast, right? Like
Yeah.
we have said it about this podcast. This allows us to express things, and create something, even if no one's gonna listen to it. By the way, the two of you that do, thank you.
Oh,
But
we appreciate both of you.
yeah, Bob and me when I'm editing, which is never. So Bob,
I think Sam might still listen occasionally.
Oh shoot!
I have to.
And Hassan. Thanks.
I have to circle back to that party that I was at with Ryan. Ryan was telling all these different stories about me and Sheena because he's like introducing who we are to all these people that he knows, right? And there's a point where Ryan brought up the fact that we podcast and stuff. and he was talking about being at like a work function somewhere or something, and talking about, oh yeah, I have some friends that do like a podcast. It's like a Rick and Morty podcast. And the person was like, which one? And he's like, yeah, such and such, like Travis and Brandon. And she's like, you know Travis? And he's like, yeah, no, we've been friends for like years. No way. You don't actually know that. And I was like, I don't believe the story's real, Ryan, because I don't believe that there's people that care that much about our podcast. But it's cool to think about. Like it's interesting that there's, I don't know, those downloads have to go somewhere. I guess it's someone's ear holes.
Someone somewhere has to do it. My friend from high school, Carrie Poppy, like she had a podcast for a long time. Oh no, it's Ross and Carrie. And I was like, every once in a while I'll be like, oh yeah, my friend Carrie, she does this podcast. It's, they don't say skeptic, but they like go and explore different religions and stuff like that. Not anymore. It's over now. But people are like, really?
They figured it out. They figured out which one's right.
You know who Carrie is? Like, yeah, no, I went to high school with her. She bought me a bowling shirt for Christmas one time. It's a bright red bowling shirt, and I still have it to this day. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And so like the same thing with that this person talking to Ryan. You're like,
yeah, really?
People know who I am. To be fair, a lot more people know who Carrie is than they do us. But yeah, no, it's interesting. It's interesting that people think of us. I want to talk about one last thing before we go. You guys, you're adjusting your camera.
Yeah, no, for audio listeners, I'm using a new camera tonight, and I think it might be moving slightly throughout the podcast. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine.
I think it looks fine, but it's like one of those, like in movies where there's like the very, very slow zoom as like there's tension building in the scene. And like, if you're not paying attention, you won't notice it. You just feel something's off. So maybe that's what's happening with your camera.
It could be. I just noticed I could see things in frame that I don't usually see when we're recording. I was like, why is my Lorcana Challenge Atlanta badge hanging in the... Oh, because it's showing way more of that. I mentioned Lorcana again, so that's your cue to drink.
Pocket.
Yeah.
All right. So the last thing about live music, I don't know if you saw this video, Travis. It came out maybe like a month ago, and it's got Matt Berry in it, the Matt Berry, who you know him from the IT Crowd, What We Do in the Shadows, Snuffbox, a bunch of different things. He's the voice of the dolphin in the SpongeBob movie. And then Jermaine Clement, who's from Flight of the Conchords. He's also in What We Do in the Shadows. He's been in a bunch of different things. What it is, it's like maybe like a 12-minute advertisement, basically, for this synthesizer called the Orchid by Telepathic Labs. And it's Matt Berry.
Real product or...
Yes.
Okay.
At first, I'm like, is this a real product? It's kind of like an instructional video. And so Matt Berry is like sitting in front of this thing. Jermaine Clement is narrating it. And then Jermaine is like walking him through all the different ways of using this device. And it's a little synthesizer.
I want to watch this. I want to stop recording and watch this video.
It's so good. It's so... There's fallacies, right? There's logical fallacies out in the world. One of them is appeal to authority, where like advertisements, they deal with this a lot, right? Appealing to authority, where like, because somebody that you respect, that you have a feeling towards, is endorsing this product, you're like, I think I should get that, right? Because they get it. So I got it.
Oh, gee, look at that. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. So I was like, I'm fucking sold. So I got it, right? And the original sound for musicians is off, so you can't hear the noises. But so what it is it's a
Is
device.
that connected to your computer right
now? No.
Okay.
It's I can connect it to my computer. I can connect it to MIDI. I can connect it to a bunch of different things. It's on its own battery power, so it's on a rechargeable battery. And so it's got like 60 different sounds. The idea behind this thing is it's to make chords.
Okay.
So the keyboard here, like they can play single notes, or you turn it off and then or you turn it on, then you can play different chords. So you bit A minor, so on and so forth. These buttons here, and all these are for the video viewers. Sorry.
Yeah.
You can
YouTube.com/apathetic-enthusiasm.
you can push one of these buttons, right? So you have diminished, you have minor, you have major, you have sustain. So if you hold this button down, and if it was just like a regular key, it would already be a minor. So hold that down, press a button, it's a minor. All right. So then down here you have your sixth, you have your seventh, major seventh, and then your ninth. So you hold this down, and then hold one of these down, and then it changes the sound.
This would be probably so much more impressive if we could hear it in the video.
So it just sounds so good, and what I love about it is the idea is don't put so much effort into like thinking about different chord shapes and trying to come up with different sounds, because when you're playing a C, you're playing an F, if you're playing that on a guitar on different areas of the neck, it has a different sound to it. You might be playing an A minor, but if you're playing it down towards the top of the neck versus all the way up, it's going to have a different feel, a different sound. So with a keyboard, with this Orchid, you can create various chord shapes, various chord sounds with different synthesizer feels, and come up with progressions. It's really, really, really cool. I'm fascinated by it. And what I love about it is I can still do like the simple shit on guitar, and then just add the chord or have the chords here on the synthesizer, the Orchid.
Yeah.
And then play guitar to it. And I can loop song, I can loop music, I can record music and then overdub and do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And so I've done some of that. It fucking rocks.
Yeah, I think it sounds awesome, and I think it's important that crossover listeners who also listen to Interdimensional RSS realize that you have all of this at your disposal to make really interesting music, and yet you still choose to do a cappella riffs every time we switch segments in Interdimensional RSS. I think it's amazing. I just the artistic, the boldness in your artistry, it's really it's inspiring. Yeah.
And what
I want to hear what it sounds like. I do. So maybe we'll get to that at some other point.
Let's do some original sound for musicians back on.
Okay.
Let me know if you can hear this.
It's pretty quiet, but yeah.
Here we go. All right, so as I said about the minor, right? That's already a minor, but here's a minor sixth.
We're gonna get flagged for how many times you say minor in this podcast.
And a bunch of different sounds. So let's go some different sounds. We're 4-2 at the bottom of the. Right?
That's cool.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Thanks, Matt Berry, Jermaine Clement. Original sound for musicians. Off. It's so great, man.
Yeah. There's so many people that use Zoom on a regular basis and probably don't know what original sounds for musicians is. But man, do we talk about it a lot.
You really. Anyways.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's a good stopping point. I think we have a very important fantasy related podcast to get to as well. But yeah, just thank you everybody for sticking around. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Stick around. Hit the little bell, you get notified anytime we post new content. And it's,
Patty LaBelle.
Patty LaBelle. Yeah. Also leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about any of the stuff we talked about. Yeah, just do that. Audio listeners, you're the best because you don't care what we look like. But yeah, you can always subscribe, rate and review this. Always helps out as well. Follow us on all those socials. And next week, it's going to be November. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Happy
crazy.
Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween. Go get your tricks, your treats. And I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about with that in our next episode. So come back for that as well.
And if you like horror movies and you like talking about movies, Our Real Relationships, we talked about Shaun of the Dead earlier. We talked about Psycho, and then this week we're going to talk about the classic 2009 movie Trick or Treat, which I watch every Halloween since then. I was in the Sam and Trick or Treat before. I will be one of those pretentious people.
Did you guys decide to cover Psycho before we talked about it?
No, after. And real quick side story on that. Immediately Dexter was like, "Oh yeah, no, he's the killer, right?" And so they're like, "Oh shit, we have to mislead him." So then by the end of the movie, he's like, "Oh no, wait, no, it's not him. It's not him at all." And then it ends up being him. He's like, "Well, what the fool?"
Oh, you crazy Hitchcock. Oh, gets me every time. Anyway, happy Halloween, everybody. Thank you for listening. I'm Travis. He's Brandon. Until next time.
I'm Brandon.
It's still us. I don't know. You think we know how to end these things by now? Bye.